All right. Today is September 11th, 2025, and I just pushed out this blog post and just kind of want to do a little recap of it and why it matters when you're looking at oil and gas accounting systems. A little bit about me. I'm the founder of Joltly.io. We are a oil and gas accounting software. Um, and specifically, we do accounts payable software, so we integrate with several other oil and gas accounting platforms. Um, what I want to use this as kind of a guide and talk through each of these points. Really, like the main reason as an oil and gas company, you're going to need an oil and gas accounting software, specifically like times when you want. Well, a lot of it comes down to revenue distribution and joint interest billing. If you're not doing much joint interest billing, you could probably get away with using something like QuickBooks. But if you are doing revenue distributions and allocations, you'll need a more legitimate software just to track and manage expenses. That's where you want to look at something like Quorum or Wolfpack or W Energy. Bull is another one that a lot of people are on. I have another blog post that I'll insert here at the end that goes through all of the different accounting systems that you can look at. But those are the main things. Is QuickBooks is insufficient if you're trying to do a joint interest billing. If you have some partners, it gets really messy trying to manage that. Kind of different challenges that you'll face. You're going to look at price volatility. So oftentimes you'll look at the volatility in WTI, how that's going to affect what your monthly revenue looks like, your assets tracking, joint interest billing that we touched on. Kind of touched on the revenue side. Joint venture accounting, kind of talked about how, like if you're doing a JV with another company and you're an operator in Oklahoma or Kansas or Texas, that it's having a clear separation of investment and assets, and those things are going to be important. It's just really a lot of it comes down to if you're doing very simple stuff, managing a few wells without other owners, you can get away with a platform like QuickBooks. But if it's more complex than that, you'll need something more advanced for a variety of reasons, such as the different COPUS reporting or LOEs or whatever is that coming down to. Streamlining your financial management. There's different tools coming out on the AI end that help improve the workflow for these oil and gas accounting systems. Our product, Joltly, we automate oil and gas invoice automation, and we'll also be doing the same for revenue as well. Coming here, hopefully by end of year, we'll have that launched. And then kind of talking through like how royalty and modules work, just kind of production sharing royalty calculations. Let's see what else from here is going to be important. Choosing the right oil and gas software, the cloud versus not the cloud. If somebody tells you they're not on the cloud, they probably like rode to their office on a horse. I don't know who's not cloud-based now. The fact that there's still companies in our industry that aren't boggles my mind. Integration types, data map. Yeah, just being able to take your old data and transfer it in. That's honestly probably the most expensive part of switching your accounting system, just going from that old to the new. Different challenges. It's just a lot of work. Like I'd say accounting systems are the stickiest and most important part of a business's software. And because of that, it's just a lot of lift to make sure you get it right, and it takes time, and sometimes you have to run two systems at once, and sometimes you need to bring in like a team of experts who do this type of stuff. I know companies like Petroledger, I've used them before, they've done stuff like that, and so all things to consider. If you get it right, it's awesome, it's magical, just being able to have a system that's automated. I think one of the trends that we're likely to see going forward with AI is that you'll have smaller teams that are able to do more with less. And a lot of these, especially the small and mid-sized operators, but I would argue even the larger ones, will start relying more on AI tools. They're going to want AI accounting systems that have integrations with other products. They're going to want AP workflows that automate their processes like Joltly. They're going to want revenue that's automated. And I think we'll see a lot of these companies are going to start to do more and more with less and less. Just have to spend less money on back office stuff to manage their systems.